Hi everybody, welcome back to Rolling Through Life. My name's Wanda, and today I thought I'd do a little something different. I thought I'd do a crochet tag. I looked around for some questions on YouTube, and the only one I found was from Bob Wilson 123 back in 2012. So I thought I would do these questions and kind of see what the answers will be, because I wrote them down but I really didn't put any thought to them. So the first one is, how long have you been crocheting? I've been crocheting for about 2 years. You know, I used to bead, but I wasn't very good at designing. So my daughter got into beading, so I gave her all my supplies, and she got me into crocheting. So it's almost kind of like we switched crafts. But we're both very good, at least we think we are, very good at what we do. So we're happy that we found each other's craft. Number 2, who taught you how to crochet? YouTube. I just started looking around and, you know, just learning stitches one by one. And then I went to patterns and how to put them together. And I think I got pretty proficient at it. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I actually think I am pretty good at it. It's the one craft I found I love. What's your favorite size hook? Well, it has to be between the 3.5 and the 5.5. My amigurumis in 3.5s, and my blankets and stuff are usually 5.5 or 5s. So those are usually my favorite hooks. But I try to go by the pattern and the weight of the yarn for the first time around on a new pattern, then I play with it. And I'm learning how to play with stitches and stuff, so yeah, those are my favorites. What are your favorite brand of hooks? I really don't have a favorite brand of hook, but you know, when I first started out, I didn't know about inline or tapered, and I prefer inline. It keeps my stitches more uniform. So, like Susan Bates, they're okay, but they're tapered. As you can see, they're tapered down too. So yeah, I like them because I got different sizes, but they're, you know, I like the handles and stuff. I just like inline much better. What is your favorite yarn? Oh wow. Well, when I first started out, I loved Red Heart with Love, the softness of it. Then I discovered Karen, Simply Soft. Love that for my amigurumis and baby blankets. And then I got into the yarn cakes, the Lime Brand yarn cakes. Love those. So for now is the cake in a shawl. I'm in love with it. What is your, oh, I just said that. My favorite pattern. That would be the midwife blanket. I just love that for a baby blanket. And it's fun to do, and once it's all finished, I don't know, I just love the pattern. Who is your favorite crochet guru? My favorite crochet guru. I love Bag O' Day. She has so many different patterns, and she's very talented in writing patterns. And the second one would be the Sosa family. I just recently discovered her. She's got a very unique way of developing patterns, and I hope to learn a lot from her. Who are you inspired by, or what are you inspired by? What am I? My grandchildren. I kind of like to think, what would they like? I apologize. What would they like? And then I base what they like into what I'm going to make next. And then my subscribers, they give me constant ideas. So yeah, my grandchildren and my subscribers, they inspire me all the time. What do you use for a stitch marker? Well, in the beginning, let me see if I can show you. I know I have to have one close by. In the beginnings, I used these like plastic little pens. I I only use these though when, like the front of a blanket or something. I only use, I'm sorry, my camera moved. Okay, I use those for like the front of the blanket. These are my new favorites that a subscriber sent me, which I love. But like I said, I use those mainly to show me the front of a project, because I have a very hard time distinguishing the front from the back. But when I do my amigurumis, I just use a piece of string, because I know if the string is going right to left for me, because I'm left-handed, right to left, I know I'm doing it right. If it's a little off, then I miscounted somewhere. So yeah, that's what I use, usually a piece of yarn or one of the ones that were sent to me. What is the highest amount you paid for a skein of yarn? $18.50. Yeah, I did that for a swap, but personally for myself, I never go over $5 a skein or a cake. I always use the Joann's coupon, get 50% off, or when they have 20% off total purchase, I only buy sale yarn, so that way it gets added onto that. So usually never more than $5, but I try to keep it at $2.50. How many times have you done a project before you got it right? Oh. Well, for example, I have one right in front of me. This cat, down here where you attach the legs to the body. It took me about 6 times to get that right, to learn the technique of getting that together to where the feet pointed correctly. So it took me about 6 times. But I kept going, and, you know, I've set it aside for a while because that, yeah, it drove me nuts. So, yeah, about 6 times. Do you know how to read a pattern? I do now. And I suggest anyone that doesn't know how to read a pattern, that's just learning, I suggest you go to someone on YouTube that is doing a tutorial on YouTube, and then also offers the written pattern. That way, as you're following them on YouTube, you can actually follow the pattern too, and it teaches you the language. How do you feel when you go into a yarn store? Express your feelings. Oh boy. I feel so excited. I got to touch all the yarn and discover all the new lines that the brands are bringing out. And then I have to pick and choose my colors. Sometimes I get disappointed because they're not colors I would use together. But I'm learning to go ahead and get something that moderately piques my interest and give it a shot, because you never know with the project you pick for that yarn if it's going to work. And like I say, as long as you don't finish off the end, you can always frog it and use that yarn again for another project to where it might work better. So I am learning to put different colors together that I never thought would work. You know, I'm an 80s child. We learned to use the color wheel, and if you don't use the color wheel, nothing matches. I'm learning to just throw that away. Do you have a lot of yarn but feel it's not enough? Absolutely. Yeah, every time I go to the store, I got to go to the yarn aisle, and if they have a huge sale going on, it gets me in trouble, and I spend more than I should. Usually I give myself once a month to spend $50 on yarn, and sometimes when there's a great big sale coming on that a YouTuber tells me a store is doing, I run to it, and I usually buy another $20 worth. It just is what it is. I also like to get a bunch of different brands. That way, if I ever find a pattern that speaks to me, I have the yarn. I don't have to sit and wait until I can get to the store and go pick up yarn. I have it. That's why I like to get different kinds and make sure I have a lot in stock. But yes, I do need to curb it. Do you think you're a yarnaholic? Absolutely. I think I need a recovery program. But unfortunately, with recovery programs, you're supposed to abstain from that particular addiction. No, I don't need a recovery center. I don't want to go away. I don't want it to go away. Have you ever tried freestyle crochet? No, but I would love to try one day. I have seen some YouTubers do it, and I would just love to try it. I just don't think I have the imagination to go outside the box to do that. But who knows, in the future, my creativeness would just may jump up a point or two, and I may give it a try. Express how you feel when you're concentrating on crochet and someone interrupts you. I have thrown my phone before because someone will not stop texting me when I pretty much hinted that the conversation is over. I just get upset, especially when you're counting stitches, and you know, we all have our particular way of counting a row, and when it throws me off, I have to rip it all out and start back. And there's times that, you know, I think the conversation's over, I get to maybe 23, 24, and I got 50 stitches to do. I get a phone call or another text, and I'm like, damn. So yeah, I get a little upset. Do you dream about crochet? No, I don't. I never have. Yeah, I would like to, because I hear that's the best way some ideas come to people. Do you drive and crochet? Oh, absolutely not. I don't text when I drive. I don't do anything when I drive. Do you crochet at work? No, I don't work, but I do take my crochet when I have doctor's appointments or other appointments that I have to do. My crochet is with me. Do you dislike a simple pattern and it's hard to follow the way it's written? Yes, there are some people out there that try to write patterns, which I give them props for, but they're not doing it as a universal language that pretty much crochet is, and it confuses me, and I wind up putting the project aside till another day. How many UFOs do you have? I have about 6 unfinished objects. Excuse me. I've been working a little bit more on them every day, but yeah, about 6. Do you travel with your hook and yarn? Absolutely. Everywhere I go. If I'm going somewhere for the weekend, I take 2 projects in case I get bored. If I'm going to the doctor's office, I take a small project like washcloths or something that's very easy to take with me. But yeah, everywhere I go, I have yarn and hook with me. So that is the tag. I'm tagging everyone in the crochet world that's subscribed to me or not subscribed to me. I think this would be fun for all of us to learn a little bit more about each other and how we kind of think when we crochet. So yeah, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. So everyone take care and have a great evening, and I will see you later. Bye.